My name is Caitlin Garland, and this is my presentation for the four-part definition of corporate social responsibility. To start with, we have economic responsibility. This can be described as society's expectation of business to be profitable and to provide investors with adequate returns. Economic responsibility is also a business's role in the social contract to maximize sales and minimize costs. This is a required effective business by society. A few examples of this are that companies are responsible for providing goods and services at fair prices. That's determined by society to represent their true value and provide the business with adequate profits so that they can grow. Next, we have part of economic responsibility is maximizing financial effectiveness. This is to ensure profits so that the company can grow and reward investors. And then next we have a real life example. That's the economic responsibility being displayed by BMW by ensuring their suppliers are trained on environmental standards and labor practices. Adequate training for employees leads to more effective business, leads to better payoff. Next, we have legal responsibilities. A firm's legal responsibilities include its willingness to abide by laws society has sanctioned, as well as all government regulations, both pertaining to consumers and the environment. This includes a company's need to honor warranties and guarantees, as well as fulfilling all contractual obligations. These are required of business by society. Legal responsibilities. Here are some examples. First, companies must protect their employees and shareholders by adhering to all laws and regulations, always operating above the legal minimum with integrity. Businesses must comply with the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002. This is a federal law that protects investors of a firm from fraudulent audits and financial reporting. Firms must also consider that laws do not cover the full range of behaviors that might be seen today. As technology evolves, so too will our laws, so anticipating this will be in the best interest of the company. Essentially, that last one there is just that as we evolve, our laws are going to evolve too. As we understand more about what we need to regulate, our laws are going to evolve. And I think that if companies can try to see that coming and prepare for it, it will be better for them in the long run. Next, we have ethical responsibilities. This encompasses any activities or practices that are expected or disallowed by society but are not codified into law. This portion of CSR, corporate social responsibility, defines the full scope of norms, standards, and values that reflect what society regards as fair, just, and consistent with their moral rights. Ethical responsibilities are expected of business by society, not required as the other two were. A few examples of ethical responsibilities in society. A business fulfills their ethical responsibilities when they organize, participate in, and use their influence to benefit community activities and events. Another way ethical responsibility is performed is by direct action. For example, Microsoft plans to be carbon negative by 2030, meaning they intend to help the environment directly by emitting less carbon. Businesses can avoid questionable practices altogether. I think Google is a good example of this, as one of their goals for 2025 is to heighten product responsibility, which includes maintaining the highest safety and privacy standards for users across all products. Again, just avoiding kind of safety issues or maybe dialing back on some of the safety and privacy standards for monetary gain. Again, just avoid it altogether. Next, we have philanthropic responsibilities. This can also be referred to as voluntary or discretionary responsibilities. They're done out of a business desire to engage in social activities, not out of legal or ethical obligation. These are expected and desired of business by society. A few examples of this include Lego. They're a great company for this, as their initiative for the past several years via the Lego Foundation supports projects and partnerships that promote learning and development for children in need. The next one is that companies like Netflix practice philanthropy by supporting diversity and social inclusion. Streaming services have a unique responsibility to share stories in a way that allows for everyone to feel seen, and I think that their direction that way is very philanthropic. Nike employs a youth and community ambassadors program that encourages access to sports and employee engagement. This focuses on health and wellness and provides mentors and kids focus on health and wellness and providing mentors for children is not expected or necessary by any means, but it helps the community it serves. And here are my works cited. Thank you. Have a good night.